Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're joined again with Adnan. Adnan, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Hey, so it's always a pleasure to have you. We are going to do the usual predictions. Let's start with Arsenal versus Everton. What do you think about this?
And I think this game is an important game for Arsenal. I think for them to secure their top four, I think they really need this game. And although for them to secure their top four, they need Tottenham to lose, which I don't think will be possible because they're playing Norwich. But there is always hope in the Premier League, and you never know what will happen next. So it's a must-win game for them. And after Everton confirmed they will stay at the Premier League. I don't think there will be much of a stress for them. So I will go with an Arsenal win. Arsenal 2-1 win.
And then Brentford face a relegation fighting Leeds. What do you think about this one?
This is a really tough one because Leeds have to get points from Brentford for them to stay in the Premier League, and it's a really tough one. And the way Brentford are playing, they're playing really good football. I like the way the likes of Nguemo, Ivan Tony, Eriksen are playing. So it's a really hard game for Leeds, but it's a dead game. It's a deadly game for them. So they have to win. I think it's a must win for them. So, but I don't think they will win. So I'll go with a draw, 1-1 draw.
Okay, and then Brighton take on West Ham. Of course, if West Ham win, you guys are going to the Conference League, I think. Let me confirm. Just a moment.
If they win and we lose.
Yeah, if they win and you guys lose, you're going to the Conference League. So what do you think about this one?
Yeah, I think this game it's a must-win game for West Ham. I think for them, they will have to put pressure on us. And I think they will do that with the form Jared Bowen and Rice and Antonio. I don't think they will slow down. So I'll go with a West Ham 2-0 win.
Okay, and then another side that is fighting relegation, Burnley versus Newcastle. It's going to be a tight one on Sunday. Every game is important for almost every team. What do you think about this?
And this one is a really hard because Newcastle just won against Arsenal, although Arsenal for them, Arsenal depended. I think for us, if Arsenal won, I think they will have secured their top four, but Newcastle beat them comfortably. So this one is a really hard one because Newcastle turn up every game. So I will go with for Burnley. I think they will surprise. I think this game is with the game that they will secure their stay at the Premier League. So I'll go with a Burnley, just to narrow win, 1-0 Burnley win.
Okay, and then Chelsea face Watford. What do you think about this?
Chelsea, I think Chelsea's form lately has not been the best. I think they are really struggling. I think they have so many complications going on after losing the final. I think they drew again with Leicester, but I think they will beat comfortably Watford. I think Watford have relegated. They have nothing to play for, so I'll go with our Chelsea easy win, 2-0.
And then your match, Crystal Palace take on Man United. A tough game, honestly. What do you think about this?
Yeah, a really tough game, and it's a must-win for Manchester United for them to go to even Europa League after a really bad season. And I think it will be for them. It's a must-win game because they have to finish the season at least in a decent way. Let the fans be happy for at least one game. And it's so much pressure on them because the new coach is also watching this game. Ten Hag is there, is watching the games, is watching the players that will play for him next season. So there's so much on the line, and I think they will just secure it. I think they will go with a 2-1 Manchester United win.
Leicester take on Southampton is next. What do you think about this one? There's no stakes in this one. I think it's just one of the few casual games that will be in the Premier League's last day. What do you think about this?
Yeah, this one is both of them are playing for nothing. So Leicester drew with Chelsea last night, but Southampton, I think the game against Liverpool they played poorly, although they scored one goal. So I would go with a Leicester win, a Leicester 2-1 win.
Okay, and then Liverpool take on Wolves. Of course, another high-stake game. Liverpool fighting for the title. What do you think about this one?
I think this game is a must-win game for Liverpool. I think Klopp will have to go all in to play really well. The team, I think they are fighting for the league to put pressure on Man City against their game against Aston Villa. So it's all or nothing game for them. So for them to just push Man City to the edge, I think they will have to win it. And I'll go with a Liverpool comfortable win. Liverpool 3-1 win.
And then Man City take on Aston Villa, of course, another high-stake game as they need also the win to just confirm they're the champions. Well, what do you think about this?
And I think this game is actually the one I'm really as a Manchester United fan. I'm excited for the game for Manchester United, but this game, the Premier League title, is actually the one I'm actually very excited for because Aston Villa, I think their coach is a Liverpool legend. They have so many Liverpool players, ex-Liverpool players that love Liverpool, and they will try everything to hand. I know Gerard said that he will not put. He will take 3 points because it's the best for Aston Villa. I think they will try their best so that Liverpool win the league. I think the likes of Coutinho, Ings, all Steven Gerrard, I think these tactics, I think they will play all their best, but I think it will not be enough for them. I think the Man City will have so much at stake. I think they just bottled the Champions League. For them to bottle the Premier League in the last day, I think that will be one of their worst seasons ever. So I don't think it will happen. So I will go with a Man City win. Man City 2-0 win. I think they will score the first goal to end their hopes, Aston Villa's hopes, then they will add a late goal.
Okay, and then the last game on Sunday, Norwich versus Spurs. Of course, they can't be a turnaround because Tottenham are basically facing the last team in the Premier League. But what do you think about this?
Yeah, this one is because the thing about Spurs is many people know Spurs for bottling it, and for them to bottle against Norwich for their Champions League spot will be a really hard one. But you expect everything from Spurs. You never know what will happen with them. But I don't expect them with Conte. I think with Conte's mentality, the way he plays, for him to get at least a draw out of that game, I think the way he plays, his mentality is a top manager. I don't think he will let it happen for him to lose against Norwich and not secure the Champions League. So I'll go with an easy Tottenham win. Tottenham 3-0 win.
Okay, we're done with talking about the predictions. It's of course the last game week. We're doing the predictions, the last game week of the Premier League. What do you think about the season so far? How was it?
For me, it was one of my worst seasons. I think as a Manchester United fan, I think it's one of the seasons that I was not actually. I was excited at the start, then things started happening. Manchester United is the drain syndrome. Manchester United were not playing well. Everything is just at par. So many things are going wrong. I think this season there was nothing good as a Manchester United fan that I can compliment. But sorry for that. And as a Manchester United fan, there's nothing that I can compliment like watching it. As a Man United fan, I think this was one of our worst seasons. I think we saw everything. I think our team played really well. But for neutral fans, I think they enjoyed it. I think they really enjoyed it, especially Manchester City and Liverpool's fans. I think they are really enjoying it. Although Manchester City's fans did not enjoy the Champions League, but also for Arsenal, although they have bottled their top four, I think they tried because we were not. No one was expecting Arsenal to compete for the top four with Spurs. I think both of them did really well. I think Tottenham fans should be really proud that they have. I think they will secure the Champions League spot. But except Man United fans and the relegation battle fans, I think every fan there's something that delighted for. But for me, the only thing that made me, I think, happy was I think Ronaldo coming back to Manchester United. It's revenge so many memories. That's the only thing that good happened for Manchester United fans, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Of course, Nini, for Arsenal, Nini, they didn't get they okay, we aren't in a position to say if they will or not yet, but if they won't, it's still progress they have shown. The stats have been phenomenal. Even for Spurs as well, they started really badly. Chelsea, of course, is another team that I've seen haven't been up to par where they should be. But I don't know. It's been a crazy season. Let's move on. Who do you think will be the player of the season for you? Just your opinion.
Yeah, for my opinion, I think the player of the season has to be Salah. I think he deserves it because I think he's the assistant leader and the Premier League top scorer. But also, there's a big shot for Kevin De Bruyne. But for me, it's clearly Salah because he's leading both ways. He's leading the assist and he's leading the top scoring chat. So I don't think maybe if Son takes the golden boot again because I think Salah may not play the last game and Son is facing Norwich. So that will be a really interesting one. But for me, I think it's clear Salah. The last games he did not play well after the years this year, but at the start of the Premier League and up to December, I think he played really well. I think he scored so many goals. He was decisive in so many games. So I think it's an easy one. I think for me, it's easily Salah.
Okay, and then next is the young player of the season. Who would you give it to?
The young player of the season, and I think this one is also an easy one, but I'll go with Saka. I think Saka played really well. And he was just basically Arsenal's best player at that age. So with him and Odegaard, so I think this one is a clear one. I think everyone can accept that Saka has been the best youngster this season.
Then we move on to goalkeeper of the season first. Who do you think would be is the goalkeeper of the season for you?
For me, the goalkeeper of the season has to be Alisson. I think Alisson has been very decisive. I think he has saved so many key moments for Liverpool. I think with Ederson, I think people compare him with Ederson. Ederson has the footballing ability. I think he's passing, but his shot stopping is not really good. But with Alisson, I think his shot stopping and ball and his feet, both of them are good. So I will go with Alisson. I think he's really good at it.
Okay, and then apart from being biased to who will win the league, who is your manager of the season so far?
Manager of the season, I think, has to be between. And there's so many shots because and I think the way Eddie Howe came and Newcastle did not win 14 games and he just completely transformed the team after the January transfer window. I think other people say that they had money and they have brought so many good players, but I think it's the manager's decision to bring players that he needs. You can bring big players, but he brought so many players that he really needs with Target, with Ban, with Bruno Guimaraes. I think for me, I think it's between Eddie Howe, Klopp, and Guardiola. But the season Guardiola had, I think, to finish number one, I think 97 points or something, or 90, I think 98. What will definitely, I think 97 or 98. That's a remarkable season. That's a really good season for them. And I think that's an easy one for him. I will go with Pep Guardiola as the manager of the season.
Yeah, okay. I think we're done with the Premier League analysis so far. Let's move on to the news that is hitting everywhere. Mbappe. Mbappe, is it Real? Is it PSG? PSG are offering Mbappe a huger role. He can even make decisions in the sense of changing managers, choosing transfers, which player to bring in, and more. And of course, Real have countered that with offering everything he wants in a contract. So what do you think about this?
Yeah, I think this one is an ego one because I think PSG, the main reason they're chasing him, they're giving him everything is because they don't want it, although they don't want him to, they don't want to lose Mbappe, but also the way they disrespect, I think Real showed in the last transfer window because Real, I think, offered 200 million and PSG said they want 250 million. But Real said, okay, we will not pay the 200 million and we will wait for the next summer's transfer and take him for free. So PSG will do everything to stop Mbappe. They will give him so many contracts, so many decisions to make. I think now it depends on Mbappe. For him to go, either he goes to his childhood club, which is Real Madrid, and imitate his idol Cristiano Ronaldo and win Champions League and achieve so many things with La Liga, Real Madrid, and also if he stays at PSG, I think he doesn't career-wise doesn't make sense for him somehow, because many people they downgrade Ligue 1. I think people say Ligue 1 is not the most competitive one. So I don't know what his decision will make. I think if he stays at PSG, he will be a PSG legend. I think if he actually helps them to a Champions League, I think that will be a massive one for him. I think that will be one of the best, is one of his best achievements. I think PSG have never won the Champions League. And so many great players came and went, and they have never achieved the Champions League win for them. So it's a tough one for him. I think with the money that's involved, there's so many things that are involved, so many ideas, so many things for him to be involved in. But I hope he chooses what's best for him. But I think for him as a career, but to go, I think Real Madrid is the best.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too, because Real is just Real. He's going to win more trophies than anyone. And especially at a young age. He's only like 22, 23, I think.
Yeah, and he will have a higher shot for the Ballon d'Or. I think now he scores. He's the assistant leader and the Ligue 1's top scorer, and he still doesn't get. He's not getting Ballon d'Or shots. I think so many people are ahead of him. People, Mane, Salah, and Karim Benzema, Vinicius. I think 2 Liverpool players and 2 Real Madrid players. So La Liga and Premier League are at a higher level for you to achieve so many goals in your career. So I think Real Madrid makes so much sense, but the money is also too good for him. So 1 million a week is just too much.
Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for your time. This is the last show for the season, last prediction show of the season. Thanks for your time. Like, share, comment, and subscribe for more. I was your host, Fahmy. That's Adnan. See you next time.